the island of Sodor, a small but very special place just off the coast of England, home to the Northwestern Railway. Everywhere on Sodor, engines work hard to be responsible, reliable, and really useful. And there's nothing more than anything the engines like to be than really useful, whether it's working at the docks, or shunting around in the yards, or even if it's working on the much smaller railways of the island. But no matter the job, the engines are much happier to live on Sodor. This of course especially goes for 8 very well-known engines of the railway, such as Montague, the Great Western engine, formerly known as Duck, the 2 mainline engines, Gordon, Wolseley Express, and Henry, takes very heavy goods and sometimes passengers, James, the mixed traffic engine, Toby, the small steam train, and Percy, the little green saddle tank engine, and even Edward, one of the wisest and kindest old engines of the railway. Of course, no one could ever forget a certain little blue engine with his very own branch line, the Northwestern Railway's very own number 1, Thomas the Tank Engine. Every day, Thomas runs on his branch line with his 2 faithful coaches, Amy and Clarabel. Thomas is often known to be cheeky when the opportunity presents itself, but despite that, he always does his best to be really useful for the Fat Controller. One day, Thomas was waiting at the station when Bertie the bus rolled up next to him.
How about a race, Thomas?
Okay, Bertie, let's race!
The first one to the next station wins.
Oh no, not again.
Bertie always challenged Thomas to a race, and Annie and Clarabel didn't like going fast. Soon, the guard blew his whistle and jumped into Clarabel. The race was on. Both Thomas and Bertie went as fast as they possibly could, much to the discomfort of the coaches and the passengers. Soon, the road separated from the railway.
Honestly, Bertie, I wish you would be more careful.
Thomas chuckled as he approached the station platform. He knew he had won the race and was feeling very pleased with himself. Bertie came into the yards from behind just as Thomas stopped at the station.
I win again, Bertie. That's 5 in a row this week.
Okay, you win, Thomas. I can never get over that hill fast enough.
Wow, great race, you guys.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Thanks, guys.
And the winner of this grand race is still number 1 engine in everything he does, is none other than...
Thomas the Tank Engine!
Uh-oh.
What did I tell you about having a race with Bertie?
Oh, not to race at dangerous speeds.
That's right. You know how the passengers feel about being bounced around like peas in a frying pan. And that goes for you too, Bertie.
Sorry, sir.
Always just as well. The branch line will have to be closed until further notice.
What? No! Please, sir, I promise I'll behave. Don't take away my branch line.
Now, settle down, Thomas. Let me explain. This is for another reason. You see, I've received numerous complaints from the passengers from bumpy travels, so I took a ride on your train, and up to the point, before you start your ahem race, I've noticed how bumpy the tracks are getting. It's getting to that time again when we have to replace the trails. So I'll have to find another job for you while the line is closed for repairs. Bertie can look after your passengers.
Yes, sir. I understand.
The Fat Controller and his family walked over to Bertie and climbed aboard, but Annie and Clarabel were cross with Thomas.
Honestly, Thomas, when are you going to learn? You have to be more responsible and less of a cheeky engine. It was one thing when you first had a race with Bertie back then, but this is getting way out of hand.
Thomas was relieved that the branch line wasn't closed because of him, but he was still a little disappointed that he wouldn't be able to travel on it until further notice.
What's wrong, Thomas? Your branch line is not being closed because of you.
I know, you guys. But what jobs am I going to do now?
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll find a new job until your branch line reopens.
Yeah, mate is right, Thomas. There are plenty of jobs to do on Sodor. Well, I must be off now. I have to take Topham and his family to Knapford Station. See you later.
See ya, Bertie.
Meanwhile, at the Vickerstown Bridge, Murdoch was waiting for the bridge to go down so he could take his goods train over to the mainland. The signal dropped, and he was about to cross the bridge when suddenly he saw a strange-looking engine coming over from the other side. Murdoch had never seen anything like it before, and was nervous. As the engine rolled past him, he saw something on top of its roof. The engine growled at Murdoch as he passed and carried on down the line. Who was that? At Kilding, Arry and Bert were collecting trucks full of scrap for the scrapyard. But then they saw the strange engine arrive too, and he looked at them. He smirked and said something to them as he passed.
Good job, boys. Keep up the good work.
Oh no! It's him!
Later, Thomas was just coming from his branch line and approaching Elsbridge. But now he was cross with Annie and Clarabel for telling him off, and not telling him about the bumps in the tracks.
After everything we've been through, you two still treat me like a silly little engine.
We're only looking out for you, Thomas. We didn't mean to upset you. We tend to get carried away. Besides, we were going to tell you about the Boco track. But then you raced Bertie before we were about to.
You're right. I'm sorry, you two.
Oh, hello, Thomas. Hey, what's the matter?
Oh, it's nothing, Sheriff Callie. I'm just having an off day.
Thomas is just upset about being told off by Sir Topham Hatt for racing Bertie in a dangerous speed.
Thomas, you know you're not supposed to go at dangerous speeds.
I know. It's just that I love having races with Bertie. We've been having races ever since we met.
I know, Thomas, but you must understand that Sir Topham Hatt is just trying to keep you and Bertie safe. And besides, your passengers will appreciate the journeys more if you and Bertie be more safe.
I guess you have a point there.
Trust me, Thomas. I'm sure you and Bertie will understand that soon enough.
Thanks, Sheriff Callie. And at least I have good friends like you, Bertie, and Percy. Speaking of Percy, isn't he supposed to be here by now?
Yeah, I guess he is supposed to be here by now.
A few minutes passed, but Percy didn't show up. Thomas wanted to leave, but he couldn't. He had to wait because he was a guaranteed connection. Another couple minutes passed, but Percy still didn't arrive yet. Thomas was starting to get worried. Just then, Clarabel saw something approaching the station, and she was scared.
Guys?
But Thomas and Callie didn't hear her. They were too busy wondering where Percy was.
The guys?
Where is Percy? He should have been here by now. He's going to make me wait if he doesn't get cinders and ashes. A monster!
Flaming lasso!
Thomas shut his eyes in fright and refused to open them until it was safe. He shuddered and shivered as the strange engine passed leaving the station.
It's okay, Thomas. I think he's gone now.
What? What is that thing?
I have no idea, Thomas, but it does look like a diesel engine.
Just then, Percy arrived with the passengers, and feeling tired out, he pulled into the station and stopped next to Thomas and Sheriff Callie.
Sorry I'm late, Thomas. I was held up at the station, and then Thomas, is there something wrong?
I don't know, Percy. But we did see something that made my wheels wobble.
What was that, Thomas?
Huh. Junior? What are you doing inside Percy's cab?
Oh, I'm being Percy's driver because his old driver's sick.
But aren't you a little too young to be driving an engine?
Oh, well, see you back in the mainland. British Rares is where drivers' crisis, so teenagers were element for the job, with adult supervision, of course.
Oh, I see.
So anyways, what's that thing that you two saw?
I don't know. It looks like a diesel engine.
At the big station, the Fat Controller had the engines waiting at the platform so that he could introduce them to a new engine that was due to arrive very soon.
With Harvey's away, helping to repair the tracks on Thomas's branch line, this new engine shall do his job of trackside maintenance to help keep our railway clean and tidy.
I just know it's going to be one of those mainline diesels who thinks they are better than any of us.
Oh, I doubt that, Gordon. I'm sure he'll be friendly like Boco, Salty, and Mavis. Or maybe it'll be big and scary with a claw on its roof.
Oh, Henry, that's ridiculous. There's no such thing as a diesel with a claw on his roof.
Actually, James, I think he's right. Because it looks what's coming.
The diesel came to a complete stop just outside the station. The engines all stared in shock. The diesel was in fact big and scary, and had a claw on top of its roof.
Ah, yes. You must be the new engine. What's your name?
Indeed I am, sir. They call me Diesel 10.
Diesel 10? What does 10 mean?
It means 10 out of 10. I was the 10th of my class to be built.
Oh, you don't say.
Well, actually, my real name is Bruce, but I like the Zoltan much better. It sounds more unique.
Why do you have a clock on top of you?
That claw, Henry, happens to be the ideal necessary for picking up things close to the tracks, such as trees, branches, or even derelict parts.
I like to call it Pinchy, because it pinches when it grabs. Say hello, Pinchy!
The engines were terrified of Diesel 10's claw. It looked strong enough to rip an engine's funnel off.
Okay, Diesel 10, I think we get the point. Now then, why don't you, Pinchy, go clean up the yards near the shed to get started?
Yes, sir. Right away.
So Diesel 10 left the station and got to work at once. But the engines were not very convinced that it was such a good idea to bring this strange engine onto their railway. At the yard, Diesel 10 set to work picking up derelict parts on the side of the track and placing them into trucks. When the trucks were all loaded, he would take them to the smelter's yard where they will be recycled. Edward arrived in the yard to collect some coaches, but he stopped when he saw Diesel 10. He had heard from the other engines about Diesel 10, but couldn't believe such an engine existed. But after he saw the diesel with its claw, Edward felt nervous. Then Diesel 10 saw Edward and growled at him.
What are you looking at, 10 Kettle?
Oh, nothing. I was just wondering if you needed help.
Pah! I don't need any help from some old puffball. But there is something you could do. Give yourself for scrap. Can't stay into chat, though. I have work to do. Come on, Pinchy.
So Diesel 10 rolled away, leaving Edward very uneasy with what just occurred. Later, Percy was taking vans full of vegetables to Sudbury, where the vegetables would be loaded up into lorries and taken to parts of the island with no rails. He was waiting at a signal which was set at danger when Diesel 10 crept up next to him, pulling 4 trucks full of scrap.
Well, well, well. What do we have here? A little green goblin on 4 wheels who only pulls so few trucks.
Goblin, now you listen here.
I'm all ears.
I'm more like a green caterpillar with red stripes.
Good to know. So long.
Then Diesel 10 left with his train of scrapmen. Percy felt even smaller than he did before. Later, Thomas had just picked up some trucks from the dairy that were bound for Lowerton Station. He was making great time as he came into Crocken's Gate, but he was heading for trouble. He was just leaving the yard when he came to a stop. His track was being blocked by Rheneas, who was being blocked by the Scottish twins, who were being blocked off by Diesel 10. Apparently, he had broken down and was stranded on the crossing.
You! You're that Diesel with the claw who gave me and my friend a fright earlier.
Yeah? And what's it to you, Puffball?
Puffball? No, wait. Just wait a minute.
Just ignore him, Thomas. Besides, that's not even the real problem here.
He's right. So move, you big caterpillar. You be holding us up.
If I could, Scotty boy, but I can't.
Well, someone had better move or we'll all be late.
Everyone started arguing with each other about who should move, but to no avail. Eventually, Thomas's guard walked to the signal box and telephoned for help. It wasn't long before Splatter and Dodge arrived and pushed Diesel 10 out of the way and took him to the diesel works in Vickerstown.
Well, it's about time.
Once he was out of the way, everyone got moving again, trying to make up for lost time.
I had a feeling I'd find you two here on this railway. Thanks for pushing me out of the way, Splodge.
Oh, ay. I hate it when he calls us that.
Splodge? Wait, does he know those two?
Thomas was curious about Diesel 10 and how Splatter and Dodge know him, but that could wait. Thomas still had a job to do, so he carried on down the line. That night in the sheds, the engines couldn't sleep. They were all thinking about Diesel 10.
That claw on him makes him seem like some sort of super diesel.
He's more like a monster. That claw looks like a pair of teeth that could bite my boiler.
And he's a bully. Every time one of us passes him, he snaps his claw at us and calls us names.
I don't understand why the Fat Controller would ever bring such a brute to Sodor. He's obviously got it out for us most diesels too.
Most diesels, Thomas, but engines like Salty, Mavis, Boco, Dennis, Bear, Paxton, Norman, Sydney, and even Daisy are good, and not like the ones on the mainland. Besides, it's best if we don't think about it too much. Maybe we should try talking about something else. That should help.
But what do we talk about? All we can think of is that big scary Diesel 10.
Well, maybe one of us could tell a story.
Now there's an idea. The story is just what we need to get our minds off of that big brute.
Well then, that settles it. Does anyone have a good story to tell?
How about the story about my trip to London years ago?
No
Come on,
way.
Gordon.
Seriously?
We've all heard it before.
Well, I've got one. In fact, this is one story I've never told anyone before.
Really?
What's it about?
Actually, it's not much of a story. It's more of a legend. It's called The Legend of the Lost Engine.
So everyone kept quiet, while Edward told them the story.
It was during the time of the Golden Jubilee. A special engine was built in honor of Her Majesty, Queen Victoria. The engine's name was Lady. She was a very special engine with a small box and trims made of gold. She was also a very helpful and kind engine, always willing to work no matter the job. She mostly took passengers, but she especially escorted the Queen on her travels around Britain. Eventually, Lady was sold to the Southern and Mainland Railway, which was what the Northwestern Railway was called back in those days. She didn't mind that a bit. She was just happy to be really useful wherever she was. And she was very popular with the other engines there. She was even quick to make friends with the engines on the Skarloey Railway, like, well, Skarloey and Rheneas. She was even granted her very own branch line with 3 coaches. For many years, she looked after the line and never even had one accident. But one day, everything changed. As she was backing into a row of stone trucks, she couldn't stop. And then she pushed an engine into a set of buffers. The buffers broke apart, and the engine was pushed further off the tracks and into a line-side hut. Then Lady ran away. Later that same day, a strange man spoke to the railway controller and made an offer for Lady. The controller accepted. He promised to deliver her to the scrapyard the very next day. However, she never went to the scrapyard the next day. It was a mystery to everyone. That night, Lady was sleeping in the shed like normal. But the next morning, she disappeared. Vanished without a trace.
Why? What happened to her?
That's just it, Percy. No one knew. They searched all over the island and parts of the mainland, but found nothing. Some believe she ran away in the middle of the night and fell off the dock into the sea. Others that she never even existed. Others thought she never even existed, and it was all just their imagination. But I believe she's still out there, somewhere. She might even still be on our island, in a place none of us have ever been to before.
Stuff and nonsense! And then Ian can't just disappear and remain hidden for so long.
Oh? What about Bertram? Toby found him at the old mine. And what about Great Waterton? Thomas found that.
Just imagine. A lot of the engines. It would certainly be amazing if we could find her.
Thomas, you don't actually believe such an engine exists, do you? Edward was just trying to entertain us. There's no such thing as an engine with gold trims.
If Edward says there is such an engine, there is. Besides, when have you ever known Edward to make up stories? I know I can find her, even if I tried.
Ha! I could find that engine easily, if she was real. I can find just about anything if necessary.
Really? Like the time you found Scary Jack Frost?
Everyone laughed, except for James. He hated being reminded of the time he saw Percy wearing an icicle mask one cold snowy night and got scared. The next morning, Diesel 10 was repaired and left the diesel works to get back to work.
It's good to know there are other diesels on the island besides me and Splodge.
Later that day, Thomas was helping Edward at Wellsworth. They were shunting trucks about, keeping the yard in order. Then Edward asked Thomas if he would do a favor for him.
Thomas, can you take that old truck to the works? It's been there for a while, and it's taken up space.
You wouldn't say that if you use me every once in a while, you old puffer.
And I don't care much for its attitude. Just be careful, Thomas. That one can be very troublesome.
Edward was right. The truck was indeed making trouble for Thomas. Its axles were rusty and made it hard to move. Once more is that its brakes would often slip on, making the journey very difficult.
Come on! Is that the best you can do? A turtle can move faster than this.
Shut up! You're doing this on purpose! I'll show you!
Thomas was determined to get the old truck to the works, no matter what, and he struggled on as he approached Gordon's Hill. Halfway up the hill, Thomas was getting tired and running out of steam, but he wouldn't give up.
Come on, Thomas. We're almost there. You can do it.
But try as he might, Thomas couldn't pull hard enough, and he started to go slower and slower. Thomas tried to keep moving, but the rusty axles on the truck made the wheels jam and skid along the rails. Soon, Thomas's wheels stopped completely. He had run out of steam. The old truck just laughed and teased Thomas, calling him a weak little engine. Thomas felt very embarrassed. Just then, Gordon arrived with the express and saw Thomas stuck on a hill. Gordon thought it was funny, and then he slowed down to say something to Thomas.
Ha ha ha! Silly little Thomas can't even get up a hill with a single truck. How embarrassing!
It's not funny!
But Gordon was being careless and slowed down too much. He felt the coaches getting heavier, and he started to go slower, until at last, he ground to a halt.
Oh, not again!
Now it's funny!
The guard walked down to the call box and telephoned for help. And it wasn't long before Edward arrived. As he approached the hill, Thomas was backing down the hill to build up more steam and try again.
So how many times has it been this year?
I actually lost count after 75.
Edward buffered up to the express and began to push. The whole train began to slowly move up the hill. And it wasn't long until the whole train reached to the top and over the other side. Meanwhile, Thomas's driver stepped out of the cab and released the brakes on the truck. Then, he decided to put oil on the axles to make it easier to move. Once all wheels were done, the driver climbed back into Thomas's cab.
Okay, Thomas. Let's try again.
Once Thomas had built up more steam, he blew his whistle and began to climb the hill again. But the old troublesome truck protested and slipped his brakes on again to slow Thomas down.
No, you don't!
Thomas wasn't giving up, and began to pull harder and harder. The old truck was determined to stop Thomas, and Thomas was determined to get over the top of the hill.
Almost there! That didn't sound good.
And it wasn't. The coupling on the old truck snapped and broke off of Thomas. The truck released its brakes and began rolling down the hill in excitement.
Runaway truck!
On! Faster!
But there was worse to come. Topham was traveling along the same line as Thomas and was approaching Gordon's Hill. He had no idea of the disaster approaching until he turned the corner and looked ahead.
Huh? What the?
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
And then there was trouble.
That didn't sound good either. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just, the truck just...
Why, you little...
Thomas, run!
Thanks for letting me borrow one of your spare lamps, Edward.
You're welcome, Sheriff Callie.
Look out, you two! He's after me!
Why is he in such a rush? And who is after him?
I have no idea, Edward.
I'll get you, you little puffball!
Oh no! Thomas is in trouble. I must help him. Giddy up, Sparky.
Be careful, Sheriff Callie.
I don't knock your sorry spoiler right off the tracks! You'll have to slow down, eventually.
Thomas!
Boy, what's that thing?
Keep your claw away from me! I said I was sorry!
Sorry isn't good enough.
Hold on, Thomas. I'm coming.
Leave him alone, you big monster!
I got you now!
Hey, you leave Thomas alone.
Never. He made that truck crash to me on purpose.
Sheriff Callie! Boy, am I glad to see you!
Don't worry, Thomas. I'm here. Chance the points! Chance the points!
Oh my!
You got off lucky this time, puffball. But next time, I'll make sure you don't get away. You hear me? You're strap metal shrimp.
It's okay, Thomas. I don't think he's after us anymore. We're safe now.
Thank goodness. Did you see what he tried to do to me with that claw? I don't feel safe with him on the island.
Where exactly are we on the island?
That looks like an old depot. But it doesn't seem like anyone's been there in a long time.
I haven't seen one of those things in a while.
Hello? Is everyone out here?
Who said that? Are you a ghost?
A ghost? Heavens no. Although, if I was a ghost, I would be more afraid of you.
Okay, here's the plan. You two will go see if there's any water and coal we can use, and I'll go see who's in that shed.
You got it, Sheriff.
Can you see any water in there?
Yes, but it's very brown and full of rust chippings. And there's pond scum.
Yuck. I'm not drinking that.
Guys, come over here. You're not gonna believe what we found.
What do you guys think it is?
I don't know, Thomas, but we're about to find out.
You must be Thomas. Your friends told me about you. It's nice to see the another agent. After so many years, my name is Lady.
Lady? Your name is Lady?
Yes, it's every ribbon on my side.
Then you're... You must be the lost engine.
Lost engine? I don't think I understand. Have you heard of me before?
Yes, from a friend of mine, Edward. He told me and the others about you.
My, that's very interesting story. But that's not the whole story, I'm afraid.
You mean there's more?
Yes, you see that accident I had really did happen, but your friends doesn't know how or why I had the accident. Let me explain. One day I was resting in the side when the engine pulling the stone came in. He was waiting to let the passengers train go by. Just then, I feel like someone was inside my cab, fiddling with the controls. The next thing I knew, I was moving forward. Out of my sight, I kept going until I stopped outside the point. Then I heard footsteps from behind. I couldn't see who it is. But then I heard the point switch. Then the footstep again. Suddenly, I began to move backward. I was picking up speed, and I couldn't stop myself without my driver. And then... well, you already know what happened.
Wait, someone made you crash? Who would do such a thing?
Me and my driver has feelings with the same man who wants to buy me for scrap PT Boomer. He was being all too wealthy to get me for any price. The railway controllers back then agreed to deal a toll Burnett to get me the next day. The controller was not a good man. In fact, the only thing he ever cares about was money, not the way we get for the railway. My driver, Burnett, still knew it was unfair and decided he wants to keep me safe. So he made the decision to decide. Late that night, he came to take me away, when no one's ever will find me. Not the railway control, not PT Boom, not everyone. So we cautiously and quietly made our way out for the yard and into part of my ranch like I had never been to before. He brought me into the old yard and put me inside the ship. Then he cleaned and polished me one last time. Before leaving, as he was closing the door, he looked back. He told me that one day he will return, and then it will be alright for the both of us. But until then, to keep safe and have care. Then a small tears came out from his eyes and says,
"Goodbye."
And then closed the door. So I'm waiting. A day before weeks, weeks into months, months into years. But Burnett still never returned. I was sure something has happened to him. A terrible storm came one day and destroyed the roof of the ship. I was exposed to harsh elements for the weather. Wind, rain, and snow fell inside and ruined my beautiful paintwork. I felt very cold and low. I thought no one would ever find me. So, in a way, I guess I was really the lost engine. I've been in here ever since, and now I'm a certain Burnett still will never come back for me.
Lady, I think you've been here long enough. I could get you out of here, and you can be a really useful engine again.
Wait, are you sure this is really safe for me to come out again?
Of course it's safe. There isn't the Sodor and Mainland Railway anymore. It's now the Northwestern Railway, and Sir Topham Hatt is our controller.
Oh, thank you. You too. Thank you so much. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm waiting for so long for this day. Oh, I almost forgot how beautiful the sky looks when it's now opposite by a roof hole. We will. You two know much about me. Tell me a bit about yourself. What kind of work do you do, guys?
Okay, well, I help protect my town called Nice and Friendly Corners, and I love to help protect people in trouble.
Well, let me see. I shunt coaches and trucks. I have my very own branch line and 2 of my own coaches named Annie and Clarabel, and I...
Wait, Annie and Clarabel? They still around?
Wait, you know Annie and Clarabel?
Of course I do. They are 2 of my old coaches, back from in the day. I have 3 coaches altogether. They was Annie, Dorothy, and Clarabel. We all get along well together and become best friends. The passengers thought we were the smartest looking coaches they have ever seen on the railway.
Who's Dorothy? I've known Annie and Clarabel for many years, and they never told me about her.
You mean you don't have Dorothy with them? They can't be. They're separable. Something must have happened.
Well, the commistic damage is a bit worn, but everything else is checked out. All she needs is some coal and water, and some oil for her joints, and she can move just fine.
That's wonderful news! And once the Fat Controller sees how useful she is, he can have her restored.
It's best if we take her with us back to the yard, just in case we forgot this place again. Unless if we have another run with Diesel 10, that is.
Oh no, I forgot! If that big bully Diesel sees me, I'm as good as done for. And who knows what he'll do to Lady if he sees her like this.
What, a Diesel? And who is Diesel 10?
So Thomas and Sheriff Callie explained everything to Lady about Diesel 10, and how he chased Thomas down the main line.
Oh my goodness, that's horrible. He sounds even worse than Boom.
So what do? We can't let him see her like this, or else she's off to the scrapyard. But how can we hide an engine like Lady while we go down the main line where everyone will see her?
I got an idea!
Meanwhile, Fair the diesel engine was on its way back to Sodor from the mainland with the Limited. It wasn't long before he reached Vickerstown. The train was full of passengers visiting from the mainland. Gordon was waiting impatiently with the express. He had to wait to pick up Bear's passengers before he could leave.
You're late, Bear. You should have been here 10 minutes ago.
I know, but I was holding the bell.
Well, I wouldn't be too critical, Gordon. After we're late, too.
What? But it wasn't even my fault. It was that big hill again. It always slows me down when I have too many passengers on board the express.
All right. The bill was responsible. Well, I suppose it can't be helped. So long, little brother.
And then Scotsman took off out of the station.
Ugh, I hate it when he calls me that.
He's your brother, Gordon. That's why he calls you his little brother, even though it makes no sense because he's younger than you.
Yeah, Adam is right. We should treat time with more respect.
I know you two, but I still hate it when he calls me that. And besides, we're the same size.
Edward was on his way back to Wellsworth with the breakdown train, and what was left of the old truck. He had cleaned up the mess at the foot of Gordon's Hill, and had a pretty good idea why Diesel 10 was chasing Thomas. When he came into the yard, he saw the Fat Controller waiting for him there.
Ah, Edward. I've heard about the mess. Good work. Now tell me, where is Thomas? He was supposed to be here.
Edward told the Fat Controller all about how Thomas was supposed to take the old truck to the works, and how Diesel 10 was chasing him down the main line, and how Sheriff Callie was trying to help Thomas. The Fat Controller was cross.
I shall have to have a word with Diesel 10. His behavior is unacceptable.
Diesel 10 was near Rolf's castle gathering derelict parts for the scrapyards when he saw the Fat Controller arrive.
Diesel 10! I've heard all about your little chase with Thomas and Sheriff Callie. You have caused confusion.
But I was in the truck.
And I will not tolerate the negative feelings you have towards my engine. I'm sure you felt upset when the accident occurred, but that is no excuse to threaten any of my engines. I know for a fact that Thomas would never let something like that happen intentionally. And I think you owe him and Sheriff Callie an apology. And if you step out of the line one more time, I shall send you back to the mainland, never to return. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I do, sir.
At that moment, Sheriff Callie arrived with Thomas. Thomas was still afraid of Diesel 10 when he saw him, but his mood soon changed when he saw the Fat Controller scolding him.
Ah, there you two are. I believe Diesel 10 has something you would like to say to you guys. Isn't that right?
I'm sorry for chasing after you, Thomas. And you too, Sheriff Callie. I was wrong to do that. I know now that it was just an accident.
Oh, well, thank you, Diesel 10. Apology accepted.
Yeah, we forgive you.
Good. Then that is settled. Now then, Thomas, I would like you to come to Knapford as soon as you can. I have another job for you and Sheriff Callie. Thank you helping Thomas.
You're welcome, sir.
Then the Fat Controller got back into his car and drove away. After he had left, Thomas, Sheriff Callie, and Diesel 10 looked at each other.
Well, now that this is settled, we think maybe we can start over. You know, try to be friends.
Let's get one thing straight, you two. I didn't come here to make any friends. I'm here to work. And I would never be friends with a steam engine and a sheriff. Get in my way, and I'll rip your funnel and fur off. Now scram!
Don't mind him, Thomas. Let's just get going.
So Thomas and Sheriff Callie took Diesel 10's advice and left him alone. But as Thomas and Sheriff Callie left, Diesel 10 noticed Thomas was pulling a coal truck and a tanker truck.
Wait a minute. What are you two doing with those trucks?
Nothing.
Ladies, we're back.
And we got the coal and water, just like you said.
Thank you, too. And now all I need is a driver. But I'm surprised you two were going all the trouble just for me.
We engines and people always help one another out, no matter what. Because no job is more important than helping your friends.
We're friends?
Of course we are. We'll come and visit you whenever we can until we can find you a good driver.
Thomas's driver and fireman placed the tarp over the coal truck to make sure it wouldn't get ruined in case it rained. They were going to leave the trucks with Lady so that they can be ready to use when the time came. They uncoupled Thomas and he collected the brake van, and they left the old siding. Thomas and Sheriff Callie quickly made their way back to Nafford. Thomas hoped that the Fat Controller wasn't going to be cross with him for making him wait for leaving Edward's yard. When they arrived, however, the Fat Controller wasn't anywhere outside. He was still inside his office.
Phew! Sir Topham is still in his office.
Thomas, thank goodness you're okay. Emily told us she saw you being chased down the main line by Diesel 10.
Yeah. Percy told me and Toby, and we were worried too.
I was. He chased me and Sheriff Callie all the way to the Peel Godred branch line, where we found...
Thomas almost told Percy about their encounter with Lady, but he quickly stopped himself before he said too much.
Sounds good. Thomas, Sheriff Callie, is there something going on?
Thomas and Sheriff Callie hesitated. They don't want to lie to their friends. They don't want to put Lady in danger either.
Guys, say something! I thought we're friends!
Yeah, and besides, whatever it is, you guys can trust us. You know that? Okay, guys, we'll tell you.
But before we tell you guys, we want you guys to promise to not tell anyone. Not yet, anyway.
You have our word, you guys. Not a single soul.
Okay, here it is. We found Lady, the lost engine.
You guys, what? Shh. Sorry. You guys, what?
Lost engine? What's the lost engine?
And then, Thomas and Sheriff Callie told their friends everything.
Guys, that's amazing! I can't believe you actually found her!
Wow. That was an interesting story.
We know. We couldn't believe it ourselves when we saw her, so now we're trying to help her be really useful again. We just need to find her a driver.
Please, you guys let us help if there's anything we can do for her. Anything at all.
Well, I suppose there is one thing you guys could do. Could you guys ask around? Find out what happened to Lady's original driver, Burnett Stone?
Sure, we can do that.
Great. And remember, guys, you guys can't tell anyone about her.
However, unknown to either Thomas, Sheriff Callie, or their friends, a certain Diesel had just rolled up from behind and heard only what Thomas said about keeping a secret and not telling anyone.
I knew they were up to something, and I'm gonna find out what. Right, Pinchy?
So Sheriff Callie, Peck, and Toby went back to Nice and Friendly Corners, and Percy, Humphrey, and Tyler left with their trucks, and Thomas waited in the yard for the Fat Controller. Thomas was glad that he and Sheriff Callie told their friends about Lady. He only hoped it wouldn't turn out to be a bad idea. Just then, the Fat Controller came out of his office and walked towards Thomas.
Ah, Thomas! Just the engine I wanted to speak with. I have a special job for you this evening. I would like you to collect Annie and Clarabel and take the evening local.
Yes, sir. You can count on me.
That's a good engine.
Later, Diesel 10 was on his way to the smelter's yard with a train full of scrap, when he found Slanner and Dodge on their way to the wharf with some vans. Diesel 10 had a job for the two Diesels, so he stopped to speak with them.
Now listen up, Lodge. That blue puffball, his green saddle tank friend, the sheriff, and their other friends are hiding something, and I want you to spy on them and find out
what they're up to.
Okay, sure thing, boss. What are they up to?
I don't know. That's why I want you to find out, you luckhead.
Oh, right.
That little blue teapot and the sheriff got me into trouble with that hat. And I'm gonna get back at them by ruining whatever it is they're up to. Then they'll be sorry.
Hello, you two. Thank you for delivering the truck.
You're welcome. And we have a question for you guys. Do you guys know a guy named Burnett Stone?
Burnett Stone. No, sorry. I don't know anyone named Burnett Stone. How about you, Big Mickey?
No, I don't think so. And if someone lives on that sort of long ago, do ask Craigie, because he had career way less you. What'd you ask, Bertie?
Oh, nothing. Just wondering. Man, Tyler finding someone who knows about Burnett Stone is so hard and frustrating.
Don't worry, Humphrey. I'm sure Percy and Junior are having better luck. I'm sorry to say that Percy and Junior are not having better luck. They were trying to find out about Burnett Stone. They found Toby at the flour mill and asked him if he knew anything.
I'm sorry, you guys, but in those days, I was still working on my old tramway up in Allsdale End. I wish I could be more helpful to you guys.
That's alright, Toby. We forgot you didn't come here yet until after me.
Come on, Percy. Let's go ask someone else.
So Percy and Junior left with their trucks, still trying to figure out who knew something about Lady's former driver. As they were making their passenger run, they saw Oliver and Toad and thought they might know something, until they remembered that both Oliver and Toad were never on Sodor in those days, so they just carried on. Next they saw Henry waiting at the station with a goods train. Percy and Junior asked him if he knew anything about Burnett Stone, but even Henry had no idea. He had been on the island of Sodor for many years, but not that many. Percy and Junior had just entered Province Gate, feeling disappointed. They had almost given up. But then they saw Skarloey at the crossing heading for the station. Suddenly, Percy remembered what Edward said in the story.
She was put to make friends with the engines on the narrow gauge railway, like Skarloey and Rheneas. That's right! Skarloey's been here since the S&M days! You might know something about Burnett Stone!
And then, Percy and Junior followed Skarloey to the station. But unknown to them, they were being watched by a certain diesel shunter. Dodge came out of the shed where he was hiding and continued to follow Percy and Junior. Skarloey had just pulled up to the station platform when Percy arrived.
Skarloey, I have something to tell you!
Oh, hello, Bertie. What got you so excited?
Well, it's just that you've been on Sodor for a really long time, so I was wondering if you knew anything about someone from long ago.
Neither Percy Jr. or Skarloey noticed Dodge eavesdropping on them from the other platform.
Well, I suppose I can try to remember. I do not know passengers, visitors, and railway workers in my time. Of course, it depends on who it is.
Okay, here it is. What do you know about Burnett Stone?
Did you say Burnett Stone? I haven't done him in years. What do you want to know about him?
It's complicated. I just want to know what happened.
Well, I don't know much, Bertie. All I know is that he drove a special engine. He was took good care of. But years ago, both he and the engine disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. It's a complete mystery.
Percy and Junior were disappointed. They had thought that Skarloey would have the answer they were looking for, but now they were right back to where they started. So Percy and Junior carried on with their passenger train, wondering what to do about the mystery of Burnett Stone.
Ah, so that's what Percy's up to. He's trying to find out about this Burnett Stone guy. But I wonder why. He seems like some kind of
You're holding up the line. Make way for the Duke and Duchess!
Uh-oh. Oopsies.
That evening, Thomas has collected Annie and Clarabel and took them to Nafford for the evening local. While he was waiting, he was thinking about how he was going to find a good driver for Lady.
If you're thinking about trying to find that lost engine, then you're wasting your time. There's no such thing. You would just go running around in circles all over the island.
Thomas wanted to tell James off, but he didn't want him to know about Lady. At least not yet anyway. So Thomas just ignored him. Soon, the guard blew his whistle, and Thomas left the station in a huff. James just stood there, watching Thomas puff away. He didn't know why Thomas didn't say anything. Further down the line, Thomas thought about what Lady said about Annie and Clarabel's sister. He thought that now was a good time to ask.
Annie, Clarabel, can I ask you two something?
What is that, Thomas?
Well, we've known each other for a long time, and we're always open to one another about, well, everything.
Of course, Thomas. We're always honest with you.
So then, why haven't you told me about your sister, Dorothy?
Both Annie and Clarabel gasped.
What? Where did you... How?
How did you know that we had a sister named Dorothy?
Let's just say that someone told me about it. So why haven't you told me? I thought you trusted me.
Annie and Clarabel knew they couldn't hide it anymore, so they decided to tell Thomas the truth.
Well, it's just that we don't like to talk about it that much. We wanted to tell you for so long.
Did something happen between you three?
In a way, but we never had a falling out. We get along splendidly, all three of us. That was very a long time ago. Back when the railway was like at the S&M. We were painted in plum purple and gold stripes, and Bill, in the honor of an engine, was never given her own branch line. We all get along well with the engine. I became very close friends. She was so kind and generous, and she never ever tricks on us. We had never been so happy.
But then one day, we were waiting in the yard for our engine, but she never came that day. Word had spread that she had disappeared the night before, and no one could find her. So we were kept in the shed for a very long time. Until one day, the controller of the S&M Railway came to us and said that we were taking up space in the shed, and that we weren't useful anymore. The controller was not nice, and didn't know how to treat a couch or any of his engines.
So first thing in the morning, you three will be transferred to an old siding at Nafford to never be used again.
Naturally, we felt insulted, but we didn't say anything to him. But Dorothy was fed up with the controller's attitude and took a stand. No!
What'd you say to me, Dorothy?
I said no! We will not be transferred to an old siding at Nafford to never be used again. She started arguing with him and throwing insults. And then she called him a very harsh name that made the entire yard go silent.
What did she call him?
You don't want to know, Thomas.
The controller was so cross with Dorothy that she decided to make an example of what happens to those who talk back to him. So he took her away from us, and then
he sold her for scrap.
Cinders and ashes! That's horrible!
We wanted to tell you for so long, Thomas, but we couldn't just bear the memory.
Then, Annie and Clarabel started to cry. The memory of losing their sister hurt them deeply. Now Thomas wished he hadn't asked about Dorothy. After a while, the coaches finally stopped crying and felt much better for letting it all out.
But Thomas, who told you about Dorothy anyway?
I'm not gonna lie to you two. I may as well tell you who told me. It was the engine who took care of you back in those days. It was Lady. but you can't tell anyone about her.
The lady? How old, Engine? You found her? Thank goodness. I thought we never heard from her again. Don't worry, Thomas. Your secret is safe with us.
You know, I still can't believe all this. You lose Dorothy, Lady runs away into hiding, and all this because she had one accident with some random engine, which wasn't even her fault.
Thomas, that wasn't just any engine lady crashed into. That was Edward.
Edward?
Now Thomas had another piece of the puzzle. He knew he had to have a word with Edward next time he saw him. Later that night, Percy, Jr., Humphrey, Tyler, Sheriff Callie, Peck, and Toby were at Kelstroth Station. They were feeling disappointed that they couldn't find out anything about Burnett Stone. Just then, Thomas arrived to drop off the last of the passengers for the evening local.
Oh, we're sorry, Thomas. We asked around, but no one knew anything about Burnett Stone.
It's okay, guys. I know you did your best, but there's gotta be someone who knows what happened.
Excuse me? I couldn't help but over what you said, and I think I can help you guys.
Oh, hello. We didn't notice you. Who might you be?
My name is Lilith Stone, but you can call me Lily. As it's just so happened Burnett Stone is my grandfather, and I can tell you what happened.
Really? That's wonderful! Oh, and my name's Percy.
And I'm Junior Asparagus.
I'm Humphrey.
I'm Tyler. I'm Toby.
I'm Peck.
I'm Sheriff Callie.
And I'm Thomas. So, what did happen to your grandfather?
So Lily began to tell them the story. However, no one knew that Splatter was inside the goods shed and was overhearing their conversation.
My grandfather told me he used to be an engineer on this island long ago. However, he has retired and was living in Bristol, where he met my grandmother, Tasha. Even they got married and started a family. Years later, when his son, my father, has grown up and moved out, he moved to a quiet place in the countryside, started a old heart. Well, off to visit him when my parents went away, and we got along very well. He even told me the story when he was an engineer for a special agent he drove once. It was right there and there that I decided to be an engineer when I grew up, so my parents sent me to school. I learned anything I needed to be a good railway engine on the day for my graduation. However, my grandfather was nowhere to be found. We got the news later that he has passed away the night before my graduation.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry about that. I suppose that explains a lot.
It sure does, Thomas. So, Lily, why are you on your shoulder now?
Before he died, my grandfather wrote in his wall, and I was there too. Inherited his most prized possession, his engine, which he called Lady. I was given a map at the old shed where the engine was kept, but where I arrived, the shed was empty. I guess someone has found her already.
Thomas and Sheriff Callie looked at each other. They realized that they had made a mistake when they took Lady out of her hiding place and moved her somewhere else.
It was nice talking to you two, but I'm just waiting to take the next train to the mainland.
No, wait! Lady! I know the engine you're looking for, and we know where she is.
You do?
Yeah, we found her.
It's kind of a long story, but we only wanted to help her. Do you still want to see her?
Lily was overjoyed when she heard this.
Oh, yes, I do. Please take me to her.
Okay, meet me and Sheriff Callie back here tomorrow morning, and we'll take you to her.
Thank you, guys. I will.
Thomas, Sheriff Callie, and their friends were delighted. Not only did they solve the mystery of Burnett Stone, but they found a new driver for Lady, which meant Lady could be really useful again.
So that's what they're up to. Oh, wait until I tell the boss, and then he'll say,
You idiots! I'll give you one simple job, and that's all you have to tell me?
Whoa, wait, now hold the phone, Claw Machine. We did what you told us to do.
You were supposed to find out what the blue papa and the sheriff were up to, but instead you gave me the stories about some old man and his granddaughter, and some special old engine day. That old engine wouldn't happen to be a steam engine, would it?
Well, I suppose it is possible. It was a long time ago, after all.
So that's why that blue pawpaw had cold and water. Finding that engine and trying to help her. This is perfect.
Oh, yeah, it is. Well, come on, we knew it would please you, boss, didn't we?
Another steamy for the scrap pile. This will teach that Thomas and that sheriff what happens when they cross Diesel's head. And I get to send an old tin kettle to the scrap heap. It'll be like killing two birds with one stone, or to steam is with one claw.
Here comes Thomas on the number 1 engine.
Where can I find this old engine?
Well, we don't know. You know, Thomas and the sheriff must have hidden her really, really well. So we,
What? Well, then you two get back out there and find out. Now!
You know, those two aren't very typical. They wouldn't find a thing in this darkness.
Huh? Who said that?
Oh, just another diesel. A devious diesel. And I can help you find this engine. All it takes a little excavation.
You're strangely interested in me. Keep talking.
Where is Edward? He's usually back by now.
He's staying at Wellsford tonight so he can start work early tomorrow.
Why don't you ask Thomas? Is there something you want to say to him?
Well, yes. I wanted to ask him about something that may have involved him long ago.
You could just ask him tomorrow, Thomas. Just go to sleep.
Oh. All right.
Thomas, wake up! We have to meet with Lily.
All right, Sheriff Callie. Just let me wake up Percy.
Don't bother with Percy, Thomas. Let's just make it up with Lily.
That's strange. The next train isn't scheduled for another hour. Why have the gates closed? What's Thomas and Sheriff Callie doing so early? And where are they going?
Uh-oh. That looks like the Fat Controller's car. Just hope he'll understand.
Don't worry. I'm sure he will understand.
Hello, Thomas and Sheriff Callie. What are you two doing here so early?
Edward, we have to ask you something about that story you told the night before.
You mean the one about the lost engine? What about it?
Well, the part where Lady crashed into the back of a train and pushed an engine off the rails and into a shed. Were you that engine?
What? How did you guys figure out it was me? I never said that it was!
Annie and Clarabel told me. I also know that they used to be ladies' coaches and that they had a sister named Dorothy. until the Sodor and Midland Railway controllers scrapped her.
Oh! Then, yes. And that very engine who had that accident with Lady all these years ago.
What accident from long ago?
And who's Lady?
And why didn't you just say it was you who Lady ran into by accident?
Because I was too ashamed of myself to tell any of you. Because I felt it was my fault she had disappeared.
What do you mean you thought it was your fault? What did happen back then?
Well, back then, I was still new on Sodor, having just arrived from the Furnace Railway. I was young and very eager to prove myself. That day, I was just waiting in the siding for the passenger train to go by. But I was being rather careless and not paying attention to my surroundings. My driver had just released the brakes and was about to back us out of the siding and onto the line again. But then, well... When I came back from the works, a few days later, Lady was already gone. I wanted to tell her how sorry I was for getting her into trouble with the Sodor and Mainland Railway controller. But when I heard that she was being sold for scrap, I had feared the worst. Until I heard that she never made it to the scrapyard, I felt that I was responsible for all this. And I have been living with that guilt even to this day. When I heard that the controller had scrapped Annie and Clarabel's sister, I was distraught. I wanted to do what I could to make up for my mistake, but nothing ever changed how I felt, and I don't think it will.
But, Edward, you don't have to feel bad about what happened.
Yay, Thomas is right. You shouldn't feel bad about yourself. It was just an accident.
But what makes you so sure it wasn't?
Well, in your story, you said that a man came to buy a lady for scrap. That man wouldn't have to be P.T. Boomer, would it?
How did you... Yes, that's right. He used to own the Wellsworth scrapyard. He was the one who made an offer for Lady.
Well, I think he was the one who caused the accident by sneaking into Lady's cab and making her crash into your train.
You know, come to think of it, that's what explained Boomer's behavior after Lady had disappeared.
What do you mean at work? What happened to him?
Well, rumor was going around the railway blowing up tunnels, tearing down shades, and causing all sorts of trouble, almost as if he was trying to find something, but his rampage didn't last. It wasn't long until the authorities caught wind of his actions. They found him carrying crates of dynamite over to a line-side shed, so he was placed under arrest and sentenced to life in prison. And I should know because I helped them track him down and apprehend him.
Hello, what do we have here? We've got you, Boomer.
Oh, crumbs! I suppose it would make sense why he wanted Lady so badly. Since she had golden trims, he would have made a fortune, cutting her up and selling them. But I'm just glad he never got a chance. I only wish that Lady was still here.
Don't worry, Edward. She will. Thanks for telling us what really happened that day. We better get going.
Hello, Mrs. Stone. We're here.
There you are, guys. But Thomas, where are your coaches?
I guess I forgot to collect them. We were in such a rush. But that's okay. You can ride in my cab.
Now we'll see the hiding on that, Ojin.
Well, is that you guys?
Hello, lady. We have good news. Today is the day. This is Lily. She's Burnett Stone's granddaughter.
Really? That's just so wonderful. He told me all about you, Lee, and you're just as he described you. To be, you're beautiful.
She will be once she's fully restored. Come on, let's get her steamed up. The coal and water is right over here, Miss Stone.
So, that old engine. Diesel 10 will be pleased.
Let that be a lesson to you. You learned your place. So, did you find her?
Well, we did search for her, and so far we haven't found her yet. We checked every siding and shed on this railway, but we still don't know where she is.
Well, that's alright. Everyone had a hard time every once in a while. No harm, no foul.
Oh, well, gee, that's actually a very nice thing to say. Thank you. Oh, you know, for a second there, we thought you were going to get mad and yell at us.
You bumbling lunkheads! I was being sarcastic. Of course I'm mad. Can't you two do anything right? It can't be that hard to find this engine. It'll be you two weren't even trying.
Because they wouldn't. Unlike me, I was able to find Thomas and the sheriff without even noticing me.
So you were able to find the engines that they're hiding?
Yes, they're both on a hidden site in the grove.
Well done, Diesel. You're as clever as you are devious. Take me to them at once.
Right away, Diesel. It's not much farther now. Thomas and the sheriff and the old engine will surely be surprised when we showed up.
Oh, there'll be more than just surprise.
Oh no! Did you hear that, Junior?
Yes, I did, Percy. We gotta do something about this before it's too late.
You're right, Junior. We have to do something.
Poor Dorothy. She didn't deserve it to be scrapped.
Okay, she's all set and ready to move.
Oh, goodness, checked and working well. As soon as we get you to Napor, you'll be one step closer to full restooge. Thank you, Lily. I couldn't ask for anyone more deserving. Then you will be my driver.
Well, come on. The sooner we see the Fat Controller, the better everything will be.
Aha! So this is what you two have been up to. I thought you two were hiding something from me. And it looks like I was right all along.
Diesel 10?
And this must be the lost engine I've heard about. Oh, and I ever showed you to my record player?
So you're Diesel 10? Thomas and Shara Callie were right. You really are a big scary brute.
Flattery will get you nowhere. Excellent work, Diesel. You led me straight to them like you said.
Diesel? You gave us away? How could you?
This railway has already too many steam engines. Besides, she's long due for a scrap.
Spoken like a true Diesel. I couldn't agree more. And it doesn't matter if she can still work or not. Her next stop will be the scrapyard followed by the smelter. And guess what, Puffball? You get to join her.
What do you mean you're gonna scrap Thomas and hurt the sheriff along with Lady too?
Well, of course I am. He's the whole reason I was looking for this old engine anyway.
But you never said about hurting Thomas and the sheriff. Isn't scrapping the old engine enough for you?
No, it isn't. I still own that blue puffball and that sheriff for getting me into trouble with the bat you had yesterday.
What? Oh, this is just because you get into trouble with the Fat Controller? That is so harsh that even I wouldn't go this far.
And you got into trouble yesterday because you chased us down the main line. You got what was coming to you.
Now listen here, Diesel. You can either stay here and help me deal with this blue puffball, the sheriff, and their little friend, or you can just back away and leave me to deal with myself. Make your choice. Are you with me or against me? That's what I thought. Pathetic. Now get out of my way, you two. Your lost engine is first. I said, get out of my way!
Over my cold, rusted boiler!
Have it your way, then. You're first.
Thomas?
You leave Thomas alone, you heavy metal monster!
Diesel? You're helping us now? Whose side are you on anyway?
Never mind that. Just go! Get out of here! Go! I can't hold on for much longer!
Thank you, Diesel.
You traitor! That sheriff and that blue puffballs are not getting away this time, and I'll get back for you later, traitor!
Why me?
Guys, this is another engine coming along our line.
It's James!
Thomas, what are you playing at? And who was that?
It's the lost engine, James! And Diesel Ted's chasing after us!
You really expect me to believe that?
Puffball!
Suddenly, I believe him.
Guys, look out! It's right behind you.
Woo! Lady! Not really you!
Here I come, Tintel!
Oh, stay back! Hi, Emily! Bye, Emily!
This hill is a lot steeper than I remember. Her brakes are stuck tight. I can't keep her steady.
Hold on, Lily! I will help you too!
Oh, no, you don't!
Is there something wrong, Edward? You seem a little sad.
Oh, it's nothing, Bill. I was just thinking.
About the lost engine?
Among other things, but mostly what Thomas and Sheriff Callie meant before they left. I don't know if they were only trying to cheer me up, or they were trying to tell me something. And if I had just been more careful back in these days, Lady wouldn't have disappeared. I know it wasn't all my fault, but I still felt guilty about it.
What's the path is past, Edward, and we know it wasn't your fault. If Thomas and Sheriff Callie were trying to tell you something, maybe they actually found a lost engine. Ha! Like that would ever happen.
Come on, Thomas, you can do it.
Oh my goodness!
Hurry, Thomas. I still can't get her brakes unstuck.
Just hold on, Lily! I'll couple up and make you stop.
No, no, no! It can't be! My car's broken!
I got it!
Good job, Lily! Now hold on!
Guys, this is stage up at the point it's decided we're going to crash! Phew, thank goodness.
Is everyone alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
We're okay, you two. Thanks to you two.
Sir, please, we can explain everything. You see, this engine is...
There's no need for that, Thomas. I already know. Percy told me everything. And I must say, I'm very proud of you both for looking out for the special engine. So I shall arrange for a lady to go to the works to be fully restored to her original beauty. Sheriff Callie, you will receive $1,000 for a thank you. And Thomas, you will receive a new coat of paint.
Hello, you must be the lost engine. Nice to meet you.
And you must be Percy. Thomas told me all about you, but I never guessed you would be so handsome.
And Mrs. Stone, I would be more than happy if you would consider joining our railway as a ladies' driver.
Oh my, yes. Thank you, Sir Top Hat. I will.
I warned you that I would send you back to the mainland if you misbehave again. Yet, you didn't anyway. But I have changed my mind. I will not send you back. Instead, you shall remain here at the Diesel Works. And you are forbidden to leave the grounds of this area until you learn to control your temper and use your claw responsibly. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Oh, come on. It could have been worse. And you know the old saying, no use crying over spilled milk. Oh, sorry. Too soon?
And as for you, Diesel, Thomas told me about what you said. There is no such thing as too many of one kind of engine. However, Thomas and Lady also told me how you helped them in the end. So for your punishment, you will do Diesel 10 job of trackside maintenance work until Harvey comes back from the mending tracks on the Thomas's branch line. So I expect to see you working hard till then.
Today's the day, guys. I can't wait.
Me too, you guys. It's been 3 days since we brought her in. I wonder how she'll look.
Lads, what's going on here? And who are you all excited to see?
Let's just say it's an old friend of yours from long ago.
Planes and gentlemen, engines and animals. I sure are say animal humans. Anyway, we would like to present to you Play the Lost Engine. Nicely done, Kevin, my friend. Thanks, boss.
Wow! Lady, you look beautiful with your new paint.
Thank you, guys. I was going to pick up different colors, but I decided to remain purple because I always loved this color.
I don't believe it. Lady, is that really you? I thought you were gone forever.
Yes, Edward, it's me, and you have no reason to feel guilty. If anything, I should be the one apologizing to you.
Oh, lady, you have no idea how much that means to me. Thank you.
The Backer Channel gave me this uniform as the one welcomed me to Northwestern Railway as the Opera driver. Now I can follow in my grandfather's footsteps.
Wow, what a great shuttle that Cassie is!
Your branch line is finally repaired, Thomas. Annie and Clarabel are waiting for you right now to collect the passengers. And lady, I have an important job for you. I need you to take those trucks to the Diesel Works so that the diesels will have plenty of fuel to work.
Sir, if it's all right with you, could I take the fuel to the Diesel Works instead? Lady could look after my branch line today.
Very well then, Thomas. Be quick now. Lady, go and collect Annie and Clarabel in the yard. Lady, go and collect Annie and Clarabel in the yard.
Thomas, why do you want to switch jobs with Lady?
Because I need to talk to Diesel 10.
Okay, if you're sure.
Don't worry, Sheriff Callie. I'll be fine.
It feels just like old times. If only poor Dorothy was here to see this. We missed you so much, lady. We were so worried that you had vanished all those years ago.
And I'll miss you as well. You know, I almost didn't recognize you too, with your orange paint. Well, either way, it looks good on you too. Really smart.
It's more of a tan color, but I guess it's close.
What are you doing here, Thomas? Hey, no further. You can't come in here. This place is for diesels only. And haven't you caused enough trouble for the boss already?
I'm just here to deliver some fuel for you guys. That's all.
Hey, whoa. I thought that new engine friend of yours was going to bring the fuel. Why are you really here? You know, you've got a lot of nerve to come here, especially without a housewarming gift.
Oh, all right. I'm here to see Diesel 10. I want to settle things with him so that there won't be any more problems between me, Sheriff Callie, and him.
Okay, calm down. Don't get your lederhosen in a knot, buddy. He's in the back shed, but he's not really in the mood for visitors, especially steamy visitors, which you are. My gosh, you're steaming everywhere.
Hello? Mr. Diesel 10, sir? I just wanted to see if...
What are you doing here, Puffball? I'm not in the mood for visitors, especially you.
I just wanted to make amends with you. I know we haven't gotten along well since you first came to Sodor, but I hope we can just set that all aside and try to get along. I'm sure deep down you wanted that too.
I thought I already told you. I didn't come here to make friends, especially with a steam engine. Besides, I don't think you have to worry about me anymore. I don't even care about that engine.
Oh. Well, okay. I guess that's fine. But before I leave, can I just ask you something? Why are you so moody all the time? And why do you hate steam engines?
What's it to you anyway? What I do and hate is my business and mine alone. I wouldn't expect someone like you to understand.
Well, you're right about one thing. I don't understand. And I can't unless you tell me. I'm only trying to help you.
Help me? Help me? You don't even know me. You don't understand why I hate steam engine as much as the next diesel.
Then tell me, why do you hate steam engines?
Because the steam engine killed my brother. That's why.
What?
Oh, my brother, Bentley. He was killed off by a steam engine. He tricked my brother into taking a train of explosives, and they were rigged to blow at a specific time. By the time we found out, it was too late. Since then, I lost all my respect for steam engines. I never did hurt any of them back then, and I don't know why he did it. That steam engine disappeared in the mainland somewhere, and no one had seen or heard from him since. Years later, I had this claw installed on me as an experiment, but the steam engines on the mainland were all afraid of me.
I'm sorry about your brother, but not all of the engines are like that. Me and my friends would never consider doing something so horrid. I can understand if you want to be alone right now.
Just get out of my sight and leave me alone. Little blue pest. Still, he's pretty brave coming here by himself. I'll give him that.
After much consideration, I have decided that Lady would make a great addition to the Normandy branch line along with Arthur. So she will be taking passengers.
Sir? Does this mean I have to give Annie and Clarabel back to Lady? They were originally her coaches back then.
No, Thomas. They're your coaches now. And I can't think no one I reason have look at that to them but you.
Besides, I've already found the perfect coach for Lady to take on the branch line.
Wait, is that who I think it is?
It's old Slow Coach. We haven't seen you in a long time.
I've just been at the coach room. Now I'm not so slow anymore.
Good luck!
Now Lady and Arthur work well together. Lady often helps Arthur when there are too many fish fans for him to take. And in return, Arthur would look after the passengers for Lady. She would often run into Thomas at Elsbridge, where they would exchange passengers and tell each other about how everything's going on their branch line. And so, we have come to an end of our story. But this doesn't necessarily mean it's done. For Lady, this is just the beginning. Who knows what adventures lie ahead? But for now, this is the end of the story of Thomas, Sheriff Callie, and the Lost Engine.
It's hard to believe there once was a time when you weren't a part of my life. 'Cause whatever we do, we'll do it as two, just me and you, side by side. Friends are for those long, lonely nights. They call you on gray, rainy days. Friends are more than you bargained for. They wash all your worries away. It's hard to believe what's happening to me. How much you're changing my life. Through thick and thin, wherever we've been, we'll always win, 'cause we're two best friends are for long, lonely nights. They call you on gray, rainy days. Friends are more than you bargained for. They wash all your worries away. Just when I thought